YouTube のハロー、日本こんにちは。すべての上の世界こんにちは。私は女メハモルガン・ギャビン・ディリ。これは私の心には何かということです。Today's top story: huge sale will power JAXA mission to Trojan asteroids and back. This was written by Shusuke Murai, who is the staff writer, and you can find this article at japantimes.com. Sorry, japantimes.co.jp. Alright, so Japan Space Agency has its sights on unexplored asteroids as far away as Jupiter, a project that at one level draws on centuries of sail science. Sweet mother of God. The Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, or JAXA, this month unveiled a huge prototype solar sail designed to power a JAXA probe as it explores asteroids that circle the Sun on roughly the same orbit as Jupiter. The sail measures 2,500 square meters and is made up of thousands of ultra-slim solar panels. The fascination of the universe lies in its countless unknowns, and our research is a challenge to reveal the mysteries with our own hands, said Jun Matsumoto, a JAXA researcher who designed the kite-like sail. Analyzing the composition of the Jupiter Trojans, a group of asteroids that share Jupiter's orbit, may help scientists understand how the solar system was formed, the space agency said. That was a weird way. For the probe to reach the Trojans and return, it needs to be able to generate its own power, and in space, solar energy is an abundant resource. But since the Jupiter Trojans are far from the Sun, about 770 million kilometers, or 5.2 times the distance between the Earth and the Sun, sunlight is weak. Therefore, the probe needs an enormous solar sail and an energy-efficient ion engine, Matsumoto said. JAXA has developed what looks like a square kite measuring 50 meters along each side and containing 30,000 solar panels. That is a lot of lawn lights. The film is made of 10 micrometer thick polyimide, an electrically insulating heat-resistant material commonly used in electronic devices. There is a hole at the center of the sail where the space probe will be attached. Sweet mother of God. During the JAXA event at a gymnasium in Sagamihara, Kanagawa Prefecture, a full-scale model of one of 4 trapezoidal components was shown to an audience of over 250 people. About 40 JAXA workers, academics, and students carefully unfolded the sheet, revealing it to be about the size of 2 basketball courts. The idea has been tried before. A smaller sail-powered Japan's Ikaros interplanetary kite craft accelerated by radiation of the Sun, which launched in 2010. That sail was also square, but each side was only 14 meters in size. Earlier this month, the unmanned NASA spacecraft Juno, which uses 3 solar panels to generate electricity, successfully entered orbit around Jupiter. JAXA's probe, which is expected to be launched in the early 2020s, will be lighter and yet will still be loaded with the equipment for research, Matsumoto said. If all goes well, the Japan probe will return to Earth with samples taken from the asteroids in the 2050s. Ooh, 2050s, future! Yeah. As the project will last decades, the key to its success is to nurture future researchers who can keep it going. I am currently the youngest JAXA staffer on this project. By the time it's completed, I might no longer be a part of the team due to retirement, said Matsumoto, 27, who dreamed of becoming an astronaut as a child. Wherever I go, people always talk about how to train young people to become the researchers for the next generation. Personally, I want to show children that there are adults who aim to explore places no human has ever gone. Although the project still has a long way to go, Matsumoto's personal ambition may have already been realized, judging by the reaction of young onlookers. I was amazed to know that we have such a huge device. We have such a huge... Fuck you. I was amazed to know that we have such a huge device to venture into the universe, said Shoma Ito, a 15-year-old junior high school student from Sagamihara. He said he was impressed by the scale of the space experiment held in his hometown. Someday, I hope I can be a part of the space research, he said. Hell yeah. Alright, so, do-yourself pensions take hold in Japan as state payouts expected to dry up. This was written by Minami Funakashi. You can find this and other articles like it on japantimes.co.jp. When Saori Ito went on maternity leave last year and stopped getting a regular paycheck from her cosmetics company, she became worried about her future and wondered if this kind of anxiety is what awaits her after retirement. The 34-year-old married mother of a 1-year-old girl had doubts about the government's ability to fund retirement for Japan's growing ranks of elderly in the world's oldest population. So she set up a private, self-managed pension account. How I see it is that the government won't be able to pay that much in pensions anymore. So it's telling us, go take care of yourselves, we can't do it for you, Ito said at a Tokyo cafe. The government loosened laws on pensions in May, allowing almost all working-age Japanese to join private defined contribution retirement plans, similar to individual retirement accounts or IRAs in the United States that allow workers to make regular contributions to an investment fund with tax breaks. Ito has invested half her money in foreign stocks and bonds and half in domestic stocks and bonds. She said she learned about diversifying her assets at a personal finance seminar. That's good news for Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who wants Japan's risk-averse savers to pour more of the country's huge financial assets into higher yield investments. Despite the Bank of Japan's decision in January to slash interest rates below zero to boost investments, more than half of the $16 trillion in Japanese household assets are still either in bank deposits or cash, compared with the 13.8% for the United States. Starting next January, 27 million Japanese, including housewives and civil servants, will be newly eligible to set up private defined contribution pension accounts. Currently, only the self-employed and workers who do not have corporate-sponsored pension plans can set up private pension accounts. It has already proven something of a hit with the public. Since law reform cleared in the Diet in May, monthly web access to 401k Educational Society, a non-profit that promotes defined contribution pension plans, has surged sevenfold to 42,000, said Keo Oi, the group's chief researcher. The change has the potential to attract as many as 9.4 million new users over time, from 257,000 now, and generate an annual capital flow of up to 1 trillion yen into private pension sector, according to Nomura Research Institute. Financial institutions such as Nomura Securities Company, SBI Securities Co., and the Bank of Tokyo, Mitsubishi UFJ, and Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corp. now offer private pension plans and could benefit from a significant expansion in this market. Around 18% of private pension money was invested in domestic and foreign equities, and 39% in savings and deposit as of March 2015, according to the Japan Defined Contribution Pension Plan Administration. By contrast, households during the same period invested just under 10% of their assets in equities and kept over 50% in cash and deposits, according to Bank of Japan data. I know the risk isn't zero, said a 37-year-old Japanese businesswoman who is applying for a private pension account. But if I don't take a risk with my money won't increase. I need to take some level of risk, and I accept that. The woman, who works at a company in eastern Tokyo, said she plans to invest more in stocks than in debt, with a focus on foreign equities, including those from emerging markets. She said she's new to investing and reads blogs and articles on personal finance and attends seminars about investment to decide what assets to choose. I'm more at ease taking care of my own money than doing nothing and leaving it all to the government, she added. Doing nothing is much more risky. Japan's demographic data reinforce her concerns. Just over a quarter of Japan's population is age 65 and over, and that number is projected to rise to a third by 2035, government data shows. The birth rate has been declining for years and hit a record low of 8 births per thousand in 2014. That means fewer workers to support the ever-expanding population of elderly. The number of people in the workforce is expected to decline by about 20% to 63.4 million in 2035. Those under 40 will pay far more in the state pension scheme over their lifetimes than did their elders, according to data from Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare. Currently, 70-year-olds will receive 5 times more in benefits than what they paid into the system. Current 20 and 30-year-olds, however, will receive only around twice the amount they will have paid the state. This is fueling concerns among working-age Japanese that they could be left high and dry once they hit retirement. I can't rely on the country for my well-being. That's impossible, said Yuko Narita, a 48-year-old mother and housewife. Narita set up a private pension account last December, in part because she discovered she would receive just $100,000 per month in retirement benefits, even after working for 20 years at an insurance company, she said. A typical retired couple today will receive around 220,000 yen a month, and over 80% of the population thinks state retirement benefits already are not enough to live on, according to a survey by Japan Institute of Life Insurances. I can't live on just 100,000 yen, Narita said. To be sure, government pensions will remain the backbone of retirement funding. Only those who pay state pension fees are eligible to set up private pension accounts. Though the welfare ministry is in a difficult position, it will not and cannot say public pensions are in trouble and you won't be receiving much, said Hideyuki Morito, a member of a government panel on pensions and professor of law at Keio University. The government needs to sustain trust in public pensions, although it's clear people will no longer be fine if all they have is public pensions, he added. あなたはこのビデオを好きならボタンのようにすることを一つ。あなたは私のチャンネルに新しいしている場合はそのボタンを叩く人。いつものように私は今日のビデオでは10のように平和をあなたが表示されます。Fuck it, I'm tired of doing this bullshit.